Meghan McCain is making her job debut on Fox News. I mean, it's now reported that she got a job yet, but it's coming. I can see it coming, considering the fact that she's on Fox News now. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and click the bell. If you have an Instagram page as well, I'm trying to up my followers. I'm active on Instagram as well. Please do follow me on Instagram here at JOA_media. Now let's get to the video.
You look at all these parents in Virginia. I'm now a parent in Virginia, talking about how education and critical race theory played a huge role in why they ended up voting for Glenn Youngkin. And I just thought it was very strange that there's a complete and utter denial that critical race theory exists and is being taught. There's ample evidence of it being taught in many states across the country. And if it's something that doesn't exist, why are Democrats so riled up at the idea of it being banned places?
McCain is also a columnist for the Daily Mail, and she cites that the Democrats' biggest lie is that CRT, aka critical race theory, is a lie. Instead of learning from Virginia, the party has a new narrative that parents are bigots reacting to a new Republican ruse, but they won't be gaslighted so easily, writes Meghan McCain. She writes, by even the most basic metric of understanding of American politics, there are some things that will always be true and firm. One of them is that when you lose an election, any election, you pause and deflect, you lick your wounds, and you are humbled. You assess carefully and thoroughly what went wrong. And when you lose an election in a swing state in an embarrassing fashion, not even a year after the sitting president of the United States won the state by 10 points, you'd better slap yourself across the face and get a grip. Normally, political strategists, analysts, and staffers will do is what's called an autopsy report, where the rundown of each demographic and area of the state where you fell short is analyzed. So she writes, trust me, I've been a part of campaigns who have fallen short and lost. It isn't fun, but it is part of the game. One of the things I still love about politics is election is how definitive it is. There are no participation trophies. There is a winner and a loser, the end. But something very strange has been happening ever since Governor-elect Glenn Youngkin beat former Governor Terry McAuliffe. A great deal of the Democrat response has been, where did we go wrong? A great deal of the Democrat response hasn't been, where did we go wrong? How can we improve? Why are we losing so many voters in so many demographics? What do we need to do to stop hemorrhaging voters in order to not get shellacked in the midterms and the 2024 presidential election? So there's pictures here of CRT, which she obviously agrees that CRT is taught in school. She also cites Christopher Rufo, who I kind of side-eye because, you know, he made this critical race theory thing a boogeyman. But there has been instances where in schools where for example, that I feel, or, you know, the ones that were reported were not under Christopher Rufo at all, because a part of me don't really trust the guy. And it was about I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a black principal separating the blacks and having a child be with a black group instead of a white group. And the black mom is actually suing the school. And so, you know, Meghan McCain obviously agrees that CRT is real. She says CTR. Oh my God, this girl got a whole grammar error in her article. CTR is real. She writes, baby, you got to do better, Meghan. Come on. And any assumption that it isn't is only a fantasy, but a bold-faced lie. For those of you still unaware of what CRT is, okay, she spelled critical race theory correct, but she misspelled the acronym. The Encyclopedia Britannica defines it as the intellectual and social movement and loosely organized framework of legal analysts based on a premise that race is not a natural biologically grounded feature of physically distinct groups of human beings, but a socially constructed, culturally invented category that is used to oppress and exploit people of color. The main takeaway is that from this perspective, the United States is an inherently racist country made up of oppressors and oppressed. The teaching has already been banned in 8 states: Idaho, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Iowa, New Hampshire, Arizona, and South Carolina, and soon to be Virginia. But they aren't, as the Democrats now claim, chasing a phantom. This is a very real horror. If you want to read the rest of our article, you can on the Daily Mail, because the fact that she misspelled something just makes me makes her look stupid. My whole notion is this: if race stuff is being taught to children to make them feel bad, then it should not be taught in school. I'm not saying that actual history shouldn't be taught in school, because I want actual history to be taught in school. I think there's a lack of actual history that was taught in school while I was in school. And so, in regards to the school, Maryland Elementary, where this black principal in Atlanta, Georgia, limited classes for the black students there. She gave them 2 classes while the white students had like several classes, I believe up to 6. It's pending investigation. The school is about 600 students and 10% of them are black. It's like I said, investigation is pending. And I look, the principal is stating that she wanted to build community. Well, there's a black mom that did not like that, and she is suing, and it's like, even if her intention was good to build community with her black students, why can't students just go to school and be around children? Children are not thinking about race unless race is always brought up or unless they go through something, right? So why can't kids just be kids and play with whoever the child is, regardless of race? And so, of course, the school is not releasing any information. She's still a principal. She did not get fired. Do I think she should be fired? Hell yeah. But it's wrong. It's totally wrong. And this is just an example of a situation to where I wholeheartedly disagree when history is brought onto innocent children in school. That's like me saying, no, there should not be an Israel, and not really minding the kids who are grown up, who has nothing to do with the history of what's been going on for like 100 years. It's not it's not the Jewish child fault what's been going on with the government of Israel. It's not their fault. So no, they should be able to stay here. They shouldn't be able to be kicked out of Palestine or whatever. It's not their fault. So same thing with the kids. It's not their fault that that black people were oppressed 150 years ago. It's not their fault, but whatever. Anyways, let me know anything in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. These days, we got to worry about teachers' outfits, what they teaching your kids, what pronoun they ask for your kids, the touching, everything. Good thing I don't have any children. Good thing.